la inteligencia artificial. Para él, pasar de la visión al producto, del producto al mercado y formar los modelos de negocio óptimos es el aspecto más desafiante y gratificante en su papel como líder. Tiene que ser formar una cultura de trabajo flexible que apoye a los empleados en su búsqueda personal hacia la realización. Por favor, un fuerte aplauso a Emil Alon.
My name is Emil. In the last 20 years professionally, I'm developing artificial intelligence technologies and algorithms and products. And in the recent years, focused on visual-based artificial intelligence, especially in the field of virtual reality and in the field of augmented reality. So we live in a world that there is a distinct separation between what we call digital reality and what we call physical reality. And this separation we can view by how you use the digital information, mainly through those type of devices. So basically disassociate ourselves from the surrounding, from the environment we are within. So we are now seeing a technology that is coming that will change this separation, this distinct separation, and basically will unify our experience of the digital and the physical. In order to do so, we first need to put them on the same platform. So basically we need to digitize the real world. One of the qualities that we have in the digital reality and the digital capabilities is every pixel is approachable. When you have a screen, let's say the mobile phone, you can touch every pixel and you expect it to react via the application. But it seems that we don't have this type of relation when we are talking about the physical world. It seems that we are limited by our physical capability or by our ability to transfer voice or action into the physical space. But with this type of technologies that we're going to see today, that we're developing in Resonai, you will see that every pixel in reality will be addressable. Every pixel in reality, in the physical reality, will be connected to our intention and to our ability to basically interact with space in new, different and meaningful way. So just for the visualization purposes, I will show you a short video that represent how we take, for example, a shopping center or an airport or a city and basically digitize it in a way that it becomes like a smartphone. So you can deploy now applications, action, function into space, transforming it into a smart space that can absorb these digital functions and application in a way that every user can interact with them. So we are starting with a mobile phone, but then we'll see how different type of hardware platform like smart glasses is going to be the more natural devices to interact with space and with those functions. So let's play the first video. Okay, what you're seeing here is an operating system to combine and to converge the physical space with all the digital capabilities. The user consumes these applications via their camera, via their mobile phone. So now if you want to interact with a gallery within a shopping center, you simply point your mobile phone and you get all the application and all the services that are designed specifically by the operator or by the owner of this specific gallery or shop. Same goes to facility management. So now space itself is intelligent. So every object within space can carry infinite amount of layers of information, okay, that now you can interact or communicate with that devices via your camera. So when I'm saying smart spaces, it means those spaces, those objects are learning continuously from the interaction of the users with these specific elements or specific contents. So intelligence, instead of being now just in our brain, and space itself is somewhat dummy, it's now an abandoned property of space itself, and we'll touch this point. It's a very important point. So let's see how a mobile phone holder, a person, a user, can experience such an application. Let's play a game that was developed on this platform, our platform, during the CES. Okay, so it was a multiplayer game that behaved in space, and you will see exactly how the mobile phone holder were able to play this game. So let's show this YouTube. So this is an actual screen capture of one of the players. And he's asked to navigate now. It's a mixed reality-based navigation system to follow this blue arrow. Now the application was written for weeks before the actual facility was built. So the application was written semantically without knowing what will be the actual space. And it was translated into space once the space was built. So see, this is what the mobile phone holder is actually seeing. And you are requested now to follow this ferry.
Want to check out my village? I'll show you where I live. Come this way.
So it looks very innocent and nice, yeah? But see now what happens. I want you to notice the level of accuracy between the digital element and the physical elements. Okay, so you actually see how the digital elements are interwoven and immersed into space in a very natural way. Although the camera is moving, there is a lot of dynamic and transient information, still the digital is actually registered into the physical. So now you need to avoid those blocks that are falling from the ceiling. You can move forward a bit, just for the sake of time. Please move forward a bit with the video, So it's now a quest of multiplayers that try to save this ferry, in this case. You're still paying it? You can move even a bit further. So you see, banging against the wall, stones are falling, you need to avoid them, etc. You can switch it off. So this is just an example of a physical space that wasn't there. You know, those conferences are built just 2 days, 3 days before the actual venue. You can switch off, thank you. And the application, as I said before, was built semantically, based on semantic objects, okay? And then the engine, the AI, was translating it into the actual physical object. So this is what we mean by saying extended reality or augmented reality, the ability to layer digital object, function, or application into the space as if it was naturally embedded within space. And we are seeing now the new hardware platform that can carry this type of convergence between physical and digital coming. So smart glasses, they will be able to project the photos in your brain in a way that your brain will not differ anymore whether those photons are really coming from reality, from distance, or they have the same phase created by the waveguide coming to our eyes. So now there's a challenge. What is reality? There is reality. This is another reality. And how we can see and share the same reality. And now I'm going to leap to something completely different. And I want to say, we think technology is invented. No, technology is discovered. It's just discovering the inherent potential of reality. If you look at quantum physics, if you look at your brain, they are telling the same story. Because everything you experience here is basically being constructed in your brain, in your mind. Physics tells you there's nothing but potential fields out there. You cannot even understand or perceive because words are given to external phenomena. So reality cannot be perceived. It's infinite potential. And in a miraculous way, when we connect with it via consciousness, it manifests itself. So all the notion of space, time, separation, I, you, it's basically constructed in your brain. And Amir can tell you, after his beautiful presentation, that the ability of the brain to experience, the neuroplasticity of the brain is simply amazing. Because everything you'll experience, you have the specific information and flow that creates this experience for you, the conscious experience in your mind. So if we have the technology to tap in your brain, like hallucinating drugs, for example, we can basically create totally different realities because your brain is simply capable of translating those realities into experience that will seem exactly real as you are here. So the most amazing virtual reality device that will be ever invented is only part of reality. It's your brain. So we are connected in ways that we can still not fully realize it. We are moving into a potential of understanding much deeper intelligence. And technology is just one path to reach that goal that will connect us in a meaningful way that we cannot even imagine right now because we feel separated. We feel divided. So AR and VR already exists. But if we follow the development of humanity, I can draw a line between the mystical experience of people that established, for example, the big religions, like Jesus, Abraham, the Buddha, that went into these experiences of revealing the true potential, the true self of a being, this infinite potential. Some call it God, some call it nirvana. Doesn't matter. Some call it Hilbert space. And then there's the philosophers who try to actually formalize these potentials. And then we saw scientists into the level that in around 1930, Albert Einstein and Niels Bohr, both were the founders of quantum physics, very good friends, but they argued because Einstein was still attached to the concept that reality is objective and it's not influenced by consciousness. While Niels Bohr realized that you cannot create this separation between what is out there and the perceiver. So they argued, one of their famous arguments, Einstein told him, what do you want to tell me? If I'm not looking on the moon, it means it doesn't exist? And Niels thought for a second and said, yes, sir, Einstein, this is what I want to tell you. So this interconnection between reality and our consciousness already exists, and we know that. Because think of you now, It seems we're in objective reality, but each one of you has its own stream of consciousness, emotions, thoughts that are untapped, they are personal, subjective consciousness. So what we call objective is very superficial layer of agreement. Reality serves as a communication platform for us to agree, but we can always go deeper and share our inner reality, inner perceptions, and will manifest them as creators. And this is what we are now can achieve by technology. Mystical experience, scientists, philosophers, scientists, and now technology, all in the same time. So my suggestion is not to be afraid. Of course, any new technology sort of threatening the old perception of reality, it's natural. But we should embrace this and understand it's all in the same path of realization. And it's not an external realization, it's an internal realization of the true self of who we are, and how we are connected. And just to summarize, the beautiful happenings that just happened. Where is Emil Alon? Still here? We never met, yes?
I just wrote Isaac that he should connect us, now on the WhatsApp.
Listen, something beautiful
minute
that just
before.
happened. You have a friend called Avishalom Shalit, yes?
Yes.
He's a good friend of mine.
He
Now-
says hi from WhatsApp.
Look what happened. The same moment our picture were standing next to each other, he sent me an SMS because he knew I was in Mexico. He told me, if you meet Emil Alon, say hi to him. It was in the exact same second that our images were just in front of the screen. And I can tell you so many stories of this amazing connection that I had the privilege to go through, miracles. And I'm telling you with 100% of assurance, not 99. Everything is a miracle. Never take what you see as something you are realizing through your intellect, as something that you know how it works. Never. Reality will always flow through you once you are empty of perception, of old habits. Once you are willing to reborn in every moment, then you will see the miracles. And if you see quantum computers, and you probably heard about quantum computing, for example. What is quantum computing? Is let go of understanding how this algorithm is being solved. We're letting go of our need to perceive it in a way we're used to, cause and effect. How we perceive it, how it's developed through time. And quantum physics operates beyond time. It operates simultaneously across different types of possibilities. And only when we want to actually manifest the solution, we are interacting with a quantum state, and then the solution is actually manifesting itself. But our brain and experience is exactly the same. If you meditate on how your brain actually perceives an experience, you'll see it's all the same. So much is happening at this moment. Part of it you are aware, part of it you are not aware. The moment you put your attention, you are collapsing this imminence happening simultaneously across time and space into an observable phenomenon. So 2 years from now, if somebody will ask you, you were in a conference, what do you remember? Will you remember each emotion that you had right now? That this is your actual life? Your each thought that was in your brain, that is your life? No, you remember only the outer experience. Yes, the coffee was good. But your true life is what you experience in this moment right now, in your emotion, in your mind, and beyond. So reality is so intimate, is so you, it's never external. And embrace technology and everything that happened, because you'll see it teaches you the same thing, to go back internally to yourself. And once you do that, you'll find all of us as well. Thank you very much.